These days could change everything we know about our place in the cosmos. Right now, as you watch this video, the interstellar object known as 3I Atlas is at its closest point to the Sun, the moment astronomers call perihelion. It's a critical phase, and what's happening now is unlike anything scientists have seen before. This isn't just another comet. 3I Atlas is behaving in ways that defy every model of celestial mechanics, shifting its tail, glowing with strange colors, and moving through space at a speed that shouldn't even be possible. Some say it's a natural wanderer from another star. Others, including one of Harvard's most daring astrophysicists, think it could be something else, something built. And now, new data from the James Webb Telescope, Hubble, and dozens of ground observatories are converging on one terrifying possibility. What's happening with 3I Atlas right now could be the most important discovery in human history, or the first warning. When 3I Atlas was first detected in July 2025 by the Atlas Survey in Chile, astronomers immediately noticed something strange. Its orbit wasn't just elongated, it was hyperbolic, meaning it wasn't looping around the Sun like every planet, comet, or asteroid we know. It was simply passing through. This made it only the third confirmed interstellar object ever observed, after Oumuamua in 2017 and Borisov in 2019. But even compared to those, 3I Atlas stood apart. Its velocity, over 210,000 km/h, made it the fastest object of its kind ever recorded, and its path would bring it surprisingly close. Just 1.36 astronomical units from the Sun, and later about 1.8 AU from Earth, around 267 million km away. Far, but close enough to monitor every detail. What they found during those first observations stunned the scientific community. The object's light signature didn't match any known comet or asteroid. It was too reflective, too structured, too stable under solar radiation. Whatever 3I Atlas is, it's unlike anything we've seen before. As it approached the Sun, telescopes around the world began picking up anomalies that sent shockwaves through astronomy. The Hubble Space Telescope detected something unprecedented, an antitail, a bright jet of material extending toward the Sun instead of away from it. Weeks later, that antitail suddenly reversed, transforming into a normal tail pointing outward. The phenomenon was so abrupt and symmetrical that many wondered if it was a form of controlled propulsion. The Keck Observatory in Hawaii and the Nordic Optical Telescope in Spain confirmed the shift, while the James Webb Space Telescope detected something even stranger. 3I Atlas's coma, the cloud surrounding its nucleus, was made of 87% carbon dioxide, 9% carbon monoxide, and just 4% water. No other comet in the solar system has that composition. It's almost bone dry, yet glowing in the infrared as if radiating heat from within. Even more bizarre, spectroscopy revealed a massive cloud of CO2 surrounding the object, stretching nearly 350,000 km, larger than Jupiter's diameter. Inside it, scientists detected traces of hydrogen cyanide and a high ratio of nickel with almost no iron. Natural, possibly, but as one scientist whispered, those are industrial ratios. When 3I Atlas reached perihelion, many expected it to break apart under solar radiation like countless comets before it. Instead, it did something no one predicted. It survived. Not a single fragment was detected. In fact, it emerged stronger. Observers noted that a coronal mass ejection from the Sun struck its path directly, a burst powerful enough to vaporize fragile bodies instantly. Yet 3I Atlas barely flinched. It absorbed the impact and continued its trajectory intact, its surface temperature rising and then stabilizing as if it were designed to withstand it. Its elongated shape with an aspect ratio of 10:1 mirrored that of Oumuamua, long, thin, almost aerodynamic. But while Oumuamua spun erratically, 3I Atlas remained steady, reflecting light with a strange negative polarization, a property no known natural object shares. Scientists began calling it the unbreakable visitor. And that's when some theorists, including Harvard's Avi Loeb, placed it in Category 4 of his Loeb extraterrestrial scale, a classification system ranking interstellar objects by their likelihood of being artificial. According to Loeb, 3I Atlas has a 40% chance of being technological. Others call that speculation. But as each new anomaly surfaces, that number feels less like science fiction and more like prophecy. Right now, 3I Atlas is performing the maneuver that could change everything, the moment physicists like Miek have been waiting for. If the object accelerates beyond what solar gravity predicts, it would mean only one thing. It's under control. This maneuver, known as the Oberth effect, is a technique used by spacecraft to gain massive speed by firing propulsion near a gravity source, in this case, the Sun. If 3I Atlas does this, it would gain an impossible amount of kinetic energy, enough to slingshot out of the solar system or, worse, redirect its trajectory toward Earth. Astronomers worldwide are watching, calculating, and waiting. So far, there's no confirmed deviation, but the data is still coming in. NASA, meanwhile, quietly activated its Planetary Defense Network, a coordinated observation campaign involving 227 observatories across the world, officially as a training exercise. But the timing is no coincidence. When rumors began spreading that radio telescopes had detected a weak but consistent signal synchronized with 3I Atlas's orbit, the internet exploded. Was it calling home? Was it interference? Or was it something else, a whisper across the void from a machine older than our civilization? Days after 3I Atlas completed its perihelion passage, something impossible happened. It slowed down. Not in a way that could be explained by physics, not through drag, solar wind, or gravitational deceleration, but in a way that seemed deliberate. Tracking data from both NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory and the European Space Agency showed a measurable reduction in velocity, around 0.08 m/s2, consistent over 20 hours. It was as if the object had gently applied brakes. Natural objects don't do that. They don't resist the sun's gravity with controlled precision. But here was 3I Atlas, an object hundreds of meters across, performing a maneuver smoother than any spacecraft we've ever launched. The deceleration occurred exactly when it crossed a threshold known as the thermal equilibrium zone, where an object's internal heat equals the solar energy it absorbs. The implication terrified everyone. Something inside 3I Atlas might be reacting to its environment, regulating its temperature and perhaps, just perhaps, adjusting its course. That same week, a research array in Japan, the Mitsuhara Deep Space Radio Observatory, picked up a narrowband signal coming from the general direction of 3I Atlas. It was faint but undeniably structured. A repeating series of 3 pulses followed by a pause, repeated every 247 seconds, the same mysterious interval first recorded when the object was behind the sun months earlier. At first, astronomers dismissed it as equipment noise or satellite interference. But when the same pattern was detected by independent teams in Chile, Italy, and South Africa, the scientific community could no longer ignore it. Officially, 3I Atlas was declared a natural interstellar comet, its anomalies dismissed as data errors. Unofficially, whispers grew louder that the object's final signal was not a farewell, but an activation. 2 months later, several observatories began detecting faint echoes of that same harmonic, not from the direction of Vega or Lyra, but from deep within our own solar system. The resonance matched perfectly, as if something nearby had received the transmission and answered. No one knows what that means yet. Some think it's just solar interference. Others believe it's a cosmic echo bouncing through the heliosphere. But a small group of scientists, the same who first decoded 3I Atlas's signal, believe something far more profound. That whatever sent that object didn't leave us a warning or a threat, but a reminder. A reminder that intelligence might not live outside the universe, but within it, in the harmony between light, matter, and consciousness itself. Because maybe, just maybe, 3I Atlas didn't come to observe us. Maybe it came to wake us up. So, if this story made you question what's really out there, and whether something might be watching us right now, not from above, but from the fabric of the cosmos itself, don't look away. Subscribe to this channel. We uncover the discoveries the world isn't ready to face. Turn on notifications, because when that signal returns, you'll want to be here when the universe answers back.